Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Building and Chatting podcast. Now, as you see, this is not a live one, this is a recorded premiere, but I wanted to talk to you all today about Moana 2 because I did see this the weekend they came out. I'm just been so busy with live buildings and skeleton crew that I haven't been able to do a live. But as you see here, this is releasing the day before the skeleton crew live. But welcome. But today, like I said, we're talking about Moana 2. And sometimes with these, I just go over the story and then do a review what I thought, what characters I liked. Um, Today we are going to just go through the best moments. Now, the story of this movie, Moana is looking for evidence that there is more people in the world besides their tribe. She finds it on an island she's exploring and with the help of Hey Hey and Pua finds the um bowl or cup that has the island with people around it, the island that can unite all the tribes and all the people of the ocean together. So she takes it back to her tribe. They name her, like, she becomes like I think it's the to here Mata. Uh, uh, but she becomes like the supreme like wayfinder. They make her like she she could see where the island is. The spirit of the guy that tried to find the i the island, he passed away, but his spirit leads her there. But this whole thing is what Moana does not know is that Maui has tried to go and to this island, but there is an evil god or a god that is just like he's bad called Now, and he's not letting anyone get to that island. And so when Maui goes there, he gets trapped by a a god demigod called Matanga or Matanaga. But yeah, so and we'll get back to her later because once Moana meets Maui again, I'll explain that. But basically, Moana recruits a crew to go find the mysterious island, the one that is supposed to be the one to unite all the people. And because they say the name throughout the whole movie, but it's been like 2 weeks now since I've seen it, and I just can't remember the name of the island, unfortunately. But that I know all the main plot beat. But Moana assembles her crew, the best shipbuilder, the best farmer, and the best like one of the strongest guys. Like, a strong guy to compete with Maui so he can like control the boat and stuff, because you need someone strong to, because they're having a much bigger boat than before. So they find the island, but in actuality, as you see in the background there, it's a giant squid, giant monster that looks like the island. And because the Kokomura, the little coconut people, think that Moana and her crew are bad, they shoot them with tranquilizers. But then they find out that Moana is actually a searcher, or like the supreme searcher for the island, and they're like, "That's our home. Let's get back there. We want to get back to the island." So the they send Moana to go kill it. Go kill the squid, go kill the monster, so they can help them find the island. But what happens is, well, the squid doesn't like that very much. The mountain squid does not like that very much. He's like, no, 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 no. You will you will die. And so he collapses them down through him. They have multiple spears. They lose them all. They have multiple poison spears that the Kokomura gave them because they, as I said, forged an alliance. The leader goes with them. They do not kill the squid, but because they go into the squid, of course, this is Matanaga's home. And so, and she's like, well, the reason I brought you here, Moana, is I want you to be with Maui. And and she tells Moana to, like, you can, there are multiple ways to find what you're looking for. Sometimes you just have to get a little lost. And there's a whole, like, musical number about how you can find stuff even if you're lost and stuff. It's all the music. I know it wasn't written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, but it was good. I still have them in my head. They're catchy. Like, I know you're lost. Of course, I am Moana. That was Miranda, because that was in the first one too. But then there's a lot of other songs. Like when she's thinking about leaving. Well, I am Moana's when she's thinking about leaving the village because she might never come back because it is a very perilous mission. But Watanaga helps them and shows Maui that Moana was the final key to open the gate to go to the island and defeat Now. So now, the whole crew is now in the realm of the island, or they're transported to the island's area. And well, they just get ferociously attacked by Now, but they find the first wayfinder that tried to search out the island. They find his old boat crashed on an island, and it demotivates all of them. They're like, well, if even he died trying to find it, what could happen to us? So they also freaking out, but Maui gives Moana a pep talk, and then they help. And then her friends help while Maui's talking to her, fix the boat, and they go to defeat Now. And this was like my favorite part of the movie. You could tell this is, and I know this was originally a TV series before it got turned into a movie, and they just rearranged some things to make it a full movie. But I couldn't tell this was supposed to be a TV series. This looked like it was so good, the animation. You could tell this is where their budget went for this movie. Like, yeah, this movie's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It is one of the best, like, looking movies I've ever seen, and it's a fun movie. It's a fun kids family movie. It's really, really, really good. But what happens is Maui says, I'll distract Now. You get the boat, take the crew, and just meet me. The ship gets destroyed for only a raft and, like, the sail. Maui getting Mal weakened enough loses his warrior tattoos. Moana jumps into the water after they're on the islands, but now it's controlling like the island's like right underneath them. And Moana's like, well, I got nothing else to lose at this point. So she jumps into the water, finds the temple, and it raises out of the ground because Maui was supposed to pull it, but he got flipping electrocuted, got all his tattoos away. But Maui's okay. But Maui, is they Moana's crew saves Maui, and then as Moana touches the temple, it starts. Uh, but Maui's like, I have to go save Moana. He does, or he's giving her CPR, thinking she's dead and everything. But then a force, no, it looks like a force barrier, but like a barrier to protect them from the water so they don't drown. Uh, comes up, and then the energy of the island attaches to Moana. She becomes like the person that can reunite everybody. And she has like the tattoo on her arm now. It like forges into her. The magic like forges a tattoo into her. It shows that she's like the super. She found the island. She is a uniter of the people type thing. And then all of the spirits of all the people came back. The Wayfinder that first tried to find it. The and then like her grandmother and all the other people that died trying to, you reunite the people. And they said, and her grandmother was like, "You finally did it. You helped our people. You found everyone." And then they go back, and Moana arrives with everybody she's found, and she reunites all the tribes, all the people back together. And that is the end of Moana 2. So, what I thought about this movie, I really liked it. I know that explanation was all over the place, but Matanaga's cave being like the illusion of the island, the squid, was amazing. And that her whole point, because in the trailers, because they did not want to give away now. I don't think they wanted to give that away. He is the main villain. People are like, this movie had the villain for half of it. It's like, okay, maybe. But Matanaga was portrayed as a villainous character. Oh god, she captures Maui and blah blah blah. The whole point of her character is she is in Now's, like, she's basically Now's slave. That is what Matanaga is. She cannot break the curse of, she cannot leave that place or she will like die basically. She's under Now's curse. She cannot leave. So she wanted Moana and Maui to meet so they could beat Mao and save her from imprisonment, basically. So the whole point of the movie, the whole movie, they're like, there's no villain. There is a villain. It's Now. He is the main ending villain. Even the post-credits scene, they show his actual form, like the actual god Now. It's not like the purple mist cloud. That's the one that's trying to like kill them all. It is like the actual god Now. You actually see his form. And it looks like he will be the villain going forward now, which I do not mind. He was a good villain. He's very powerful, very strong. He is a direct adversary to Moana and Maui. And they were showing, if this is how powerful he is right now, imagine him being pissed he lost that island. Oh my god, hell's going to break loose in Moana 3. Someone's going to, I mean, I know like it's like the trope, like, so, these characters that help the protagonist, they die. I could see Maui, Moana. I mean, I could see one of them dying just to beat Mao or Now. Sorry, but I really love this movie. It was really good. It it was good pace. Like, I didn't get bored. I was entertained the whole time. it's just one of those movies where you are just like, I love the animation, I love the scenery, I love the characters. Like no character felt out of place to me. And I this is the thing I did hate about the only thing I did uh hate about the reaction to this movie is these people saying it's like a 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10. It is not that. Now, is this number one? No. And that's what you're comparing it to. I know because it's the sequel to the first one. But was this ever going to be as good as the first one? Probably not. But is it good on its own, like a sequel should be? It is a sequel to the first one, but does it also stand on its own? And yes, it does. You do not need to know the first one to know some of these things. Like if you don't want to watch the first one, you don't have to. You know that she is the wayfinder of her tribe, and she's going out to find the island because that's what she became at the end of the last one. Now there are little references to the first one that you'll catch if you have seen the first one, like the battle with TD and all that at the end of Moana 1, and and a lot of the stuff with Maui. Like this is a direct sequel, but if you don't, if you haven't seen the first one, or you're like, do I have to watch it? No, you don't, because after the beginning of the first one, or sorry, after the beginning of Moana 2, like once she leaves her tribe and goes to sit still for the islands, like after that, there's like nothing of the first one back, only that she is the supreme wayfinder, and that's it. But I do really think that you should see this movie. To me, this is a yes, it is a sequel, but this movie stood on its own. I enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, this might sound like blasphemy to some people. I think I liked Moana 2 more than Moana 1. I mean that. It's just so good. And I don't understand why people are saying it's bad. It's not bad. It's a good movie. Take it to if you have kids or you have a big family and you're like, well, some of these kids are very young. Like, you know, like with my daughter, for example, she's you know, she's still in her months era, like my daughter isn't even a year old yet. But with me with the future is, you know, if you have some young members of your family, like they're like 3, 4, 5, 6, like they can like sit in a theater and stay there and watch a film. This is a definite like watch it with your family movie. It is really good. It's a good family film. I think everyone would enjoy it. But yeah, it's really good. But for now, this has been Bounty Hunter with the Building and Shining podcast. But also, the one thing I do want to say about this movie is Moana 2, in my opinion, many movies don't get this from me. But this is the first time this year, besides Deadpool and Wolverine, because I said that movie was a 10. Deadpool and Wolverine was a 10. It was amazing. I loved every moment of that movie. You've got me here about to say this about Moana 2. I agree with the audience score. This is a definite, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 movie. It's really good, and you should go see it. I enjoyed the heck out of it. I loved the villain. I did. Now is an intimidating presence. Like that is what a villain's supposed to be. I think because we've gotten all this trash the last few years, the critics don't know what an actual villain's supposed to be. A villain is someone that can rival the protagonist in every way, and now did just that. He was an ultimate threat. They were saying how dangerous Now was throughout the entire movie. They were building this man up, and you say that he wasn't a good villain? Of course, he's not in a lot of it, but he was a good villain. He was a great villain, and what this movie needed. Like the thing that I've been so mad about with some Disney movies is there's not a villain. Even though I um even though I did like a lot some of the newer stuff, there's some I just did not like of Disney. But there is some good stuff there. I did like Elemental. People said that one was kind of weird. I liked it. I thought it was good. It was funny. It had some funny moments. But to me, like, this was so good. This was a tempo film. Like, this is something that will make a ton of money. It already has made a ton of money. It beat. It was like the biggest ticket pre-sale in history. Or no, for this year, it beat like the biggest ticket pre-sale for this year. It like crossed it. I think it was Deadpool's. I think it beat Deadpool's pre-sales or something. It was like crazy. I can't remember what it beat, but it beat something. But yeah, it was crazy. But definitely go watch this movie. I don't mean to blabber, but it's just so good. I like, and I would say that this movie is really good. Go see it. And yeah. But thank you all for watching. Moana 2 was a great movie all around in effects, visuals, animation, characters, all around great movie. So thank you all for watching my review of Moana 2. But yeah, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.